Wanted to hopefully minimize the noise that's like in the background this year because I just before recording this I was rewatching the 2023 rewind and there was a lot of background noise and hopefully there's nothing this year. Other than that though, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. 2024 was the worst possible year I've ever had of my life. I'm not going to go into complete detail like I did in 2022 because that was a sob story and I don't want that. That's not what the rewinds are for. This is supposed to be a reflection of my life in this past year and my content creation in this past year. Not, oh, this happened, it's so sad, blah, blah, blah. No. I can't really focus on positives and I don't want to focus so much on the negatives that happened this year because there was a lot of negatives and barely any positives, but I I just don't want to repeat of the 2022 rewind or like 21 or 20s rewind because those were uber short and it was just like, oh, yeah, this happened, this is my rewind, this is my stats, blah, blah, blah. No. That being said, let's fully reflect on how 2024 has been for both me, my channel, and basically everything else that comes under that umbrella. So, yes, I've been gone for really long period of time again, more than half the year this time, not just 5 months, it was almost 8. That was due to reasons out of my control, unfortunately. I had stuff that was going on in my life that I couldn't ignore, couldn't just put off. I had to almost quit content creation entirely because of what happened. I'm not going into full detail on it because it's still really personal, but just know, like I've said this before, I'm okay, I'm fine, everything's good, but it's honestly getting harder to do the things that I do anymore. And yes, I know I did say that I just got a new PC, which would in theory make it easier. Yes, it does, but from a personal standpoint and a mental health standpoint, everything is just getting harder and harder. And I'm not gonna focus on, oh, my life is so sad. I'm not doing that. I've said that too many times, but I'm not doing that. It's just, I know what I'm not doing. I know what I want to start doing. It's just, will my life allow me to do the things that I want to do? I wanted to touch up on something that I said last year in last year's rewind, where this was going to be one of the harder years of my life because of report cards and colleges looking at this year specifically in my report card. And I'm glad to say that I'm doing well in that aspect, maintaining great grades, and that's not something that I have to worry about entirely. I just have to keep a good grade, but that'll be easy. Something else I wanted to touch on this year was something that I mentioned at the beginning of 2024 that I was going to try to do, which was upload 60 times this year alone. Now, unfortunately, due to my disappearance in the month of May and April, that was not possible anymore. I kept a decent upload track, but unfortunately, life had to happen and I had to leave YouTube for a little bit. And I just wanted to say that I really am sorry that I have to do all this. I don't want to put my channel aside sometimes, but in situations like this where it was really important and stop I couldn't stop that. It was either quit as a whole or just put it away for a couple of months. I had to just put it away for a couple of months. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna make that same promise again because I have no idea what 2025 has in store for me or if anything's gonna happen of the same sort. So I'm not gonna keep any empty promises. I'm just going to say I'm going to try my best, upload decent videos, live stream more often because I've been doing that. And the live streams have actually been going well. I've actually seen growth from the live streams rather than my actual uploads. But still, I'm not gonna make a promise like that again. I learned from my mistake last year. It's genuinely so bad that I want to make fun of myself, but I'm not gonna do it for the sake of me trying to be nice to me because I'm harsh, even to me. So, to almost close out this yearly tradition that I like to do, recording at an ungodly time of the night, speaking off the top of my head with no script, I would just like to thank the rest of you that have stayed for this long, for all your support. I genuinely wouldn't even be here if it weren't for some of you. And speaking of, something really, really big happened this year to my life. My beloved pet Chewy unfortunately had passed away due to cancer. So this year, I would like to dedicate the end of this rewind and this entire rewind to her because she really held a special place in my heart. And unfortunately, she got taken away from me. Now, I know at this point I sound like a broken record when I say that hopefully this year will end out better, and then come December 31st, 2025, I'm probably going to be saying, oh, this is the worst year of my life. I am really just trying to be hopeful at this point that next year is going to be a better year for both my life, my productivity, and my YouTube channel. I can't necessarily keep any of those promises, but I will try my absolute best to at least try to keep them. So, with that, here come the stats, and have a good 2025, all of you, because I don't know if I will anymore.